When you call the name DonJazzy in Nigeria, it simply represents only one thing: a rich man that tries to help a lot of people within the country called Nigeria. So let us take out some time and debunk why DonJazzy gave VeryDarkMan 100 million naira for his NGO project. If you enjoyed this comment and this analysis, please do like, share, and comment, as it helps the algorithm to push this video forward to the right audience. So let us start for today. What is the name DonJazzy? What does it really mean in Nigeria? When you say the name DonJazzy, everybody in Nigeria understands that it represents just a rich individual who has a brand and who has a name for helping a lot of younger people within the country. And now DonJazzy, not quite long, made a decision to support an individual who tends to be an activist in his own kind of right, called VeryDarkMan, who supported him with 100 million when he decided to open an NGO project to support the Nigerian public school students. But after the whole saga, when VDM saw the 100 million naira in his account, he was surprised. He felt maybe this is probably a setup from people. And I felt the same thing when I saw it. Now, let us make this very clear. I do not see eye to eye on many things that has to do with VeryDarkMan, but I think 85% of the time is always accurate. And at least one thing we can all agree is coming from a great spot in his mind, which he has a good conscience in whatever he decides to do. But after a period of time, we saw the reality that, expose moi. Now, DonJazzy 9 days behind the 100 million we enter VDM accounts. And so certain sirens started going, wow, how did he? DonJazzy, hey. Nevertheless, we already understood that there was an issue that was going on in the past before around VeryDarkMan, DonJazzy, Bobrisky, Tiwa Savage, and all those things that happened in the past when Bobrisky was initially released from prison. And then Bobrisky jumped online and began to talk about, hey, you are insulting your helper. Now your helper is giving you money and you cannot reject the money. But before we move forward, let us move backward. Let us talk about Bobrisky himself. What does Bobrisky represent in Nigeria? Because it is important that we differentiate Bobrisky, DonJazzy, and VeryDarkMan. Bobrisky in his own right represents somebody who we can call in Nigeria a sellout, who even sold out his own gender to become a different gender. We can also analyze him to be a prostitute. We can also analyze him to be a confused individual who does not know what gender he actually belongs. Some people will call him gay. For some people, they say he's a gender abuser. Some of us would agree that he's a narcissist. And most people will say he's dumb in brain, because apart from showcasing, taking female spots and doing all kinds of things, what does Bobrisky really have to do with the Nigerian economy or the Nigerian society? Failure plus failure is equal to large failure. But she also had the audacity to come and to criticize the things and saying, VDM, the other day you were abusing DonJazzy. Now you collect money from DonJazzy. Who are you to have collected? Because DonJazzy tends to be your helper. Why should you have called out your helper? Because there are certain people you are not supposed to call. Well, some people will say Oponuara Galatia, but let us hold on that and move to the next person, which is VDM. So let's move forward. Now, when it comes to the idea of when we talk about the VeryDarkMan, the first thing you are going to say is, what does he represent? Some people will say he's an African activist. Some people will say he's an helper. Some people will say he's a proud African. Some people will say he's the son of the true ancestors and founders of African spirit. Not only Nigerians. We are talking of the real African spirit of what our ancestors will be proud for us to be confident as each Nigerian children. That is what we know he represents as of the moment, because anything can happen too. But so, in the past, when we look at the idea of what the VeryDarkMan has been doing, we would have realized that, yes, is it confidence? Yes. Some people would say it's overconfidence. I don't know about it. I might say sometimes it needs to learn few things and it needs to grow with time. But I think that Nigerians can actually see him and say that, oh, this person, as he's growing, is going to make some mistakes along the line. Let us give him opportunity and let us give him a way for him to flourish in whatever he's doing as an Edo boy who is trying to be useful to his society. And so the question has been going that why would have DonJazzy given this guy 100 million? Is it a setup? Is it a psyop? Are they trying to put out a trap on Very Dark Man? These kind of things is in the mind of certain individuals in Nigeria. Am I lying? If I'm lying, let me know. Or tell me if you are not also thinking of the same thing. Well, I thought about it and I said, maybe there's a possibility. But when I looked at what DonJazzy himself actually represents in Nigeria, looking at it from the days of the bench, looking at it from the days of Wandeko, looking at it from the days of all those people that he has actually supported, it showed that DonJazzy did it because that was his nature. In fact, in his own way of thinking, or in the things we can say about his past, is that he has raised a lot of people in Nigeria and helped a lot of young people in Nigeria better than your president in your country, T-Pain or Gatif Nubu. And so when I cross-examine his lifestyle in the past, regardless of there are certain things that some people might want to question, we might want to question his personal life, but looking at him as his public life and the history of his journey, we can all agree on one thing, that DonJazzy did not give that money to Very Dark Man. DonJazzy gave it to the NGO cause, to the cause that Very Dark Man made a decision to be an helper to his people. And let us talk about the reason behind him giving it to the cause of the NGO of Very Dark Man. Some questions might pop up in few people's mind, and the question might be, maybe DonJazzy did it to set a trap. Some questions might be, maybe DonJazzy did it so that Maven record will remain relevant, as VDM tends to be one of the most public names we have currently in Nigeria, who is more popular than the president of your country, if not more popular than Donald Trump and Kamala Harris combined. But here are my own complete analysis. I think that DonJazzy gave the money to VDM just basically because of the cause, basically because that is his personality to help the people. And here's the reason. Because in a long time, it is difficult for Nigerians to see somebody who they can truly trust and say that, we believe in this person. People may not necessarily have to trust Very Dark Man. Yes, I don't think we have built that relationship to say we trust Very Dark Man. But what we can say is a lot of Nigerians currently believe in VDM's dream or believe in VDM's vision in life. And so in a very long time, Nigerians do not have anybody to believe in. Yes, they even know before they even voted some of your governors and presidents, they know these people are going to take advantage of them. But this is the first person that Nigerians begin to think that as a youth coming up with the kind of vision and dreams that he have, maybe we should believe in and rally around him. Maybe there's a possibility that it can be a change within the country. So we are giving it a try. So when I heard people like Bobrisky coming and laughing like somebody who was fleeted with tear gas or gas of laughter, is it gas laughter or something like that? It baffles me, and it was a little bit ironic. And here's what I would say. Bobrisky, let the sleeping dog lie. Let him be. Let us keep watching. Because the best thing is this. Let him use the thing that he wants to do what he says he wants to do. And if you think that for you, your helper simply means you make money and you squander it and eat it. The difference is VDM uses his money to help. And besides, let us ask ourselves a question. Before that time that DonJazzy had to give him the money when he talked about the NGO, he has been helping people with 200,000 and giving people who, if you want to go and learn hairdressing, if you want to go and do something, he has been doing that in the past. So it's easy for people to believe him. Unlike the people who go to prison and go and sit down inside another place. And you know, say they prison that time when they say make you come. Where they carry you come, Ikoyi. But now they freed you. You did not make we no talk like say we get evidence. But according to what you say, you have talked butu like parrot, and now you want to start antagonizing VDM. Well, with that being said, all I would say is let the sleeping dog die, because whatever I said, I did not understand. The Igbos will help me interpret it. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like and share. Whatever you think that might be the reason why DonJazzy has given the money to VDM, please like, dislike, write your comment, and let us reason together. Subscribe. See you in the next one. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.
When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they will lock you in jail. Them never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa. When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they will lock you in jail. Them never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa.